Good morning, YouTube. It's Chief Gully here. It's a little bit early in the morning. Excuse my appearance. I haven't manscaped in a while. I just wanted to kind of go over real quick. We have a few things to go over. This is going to be on the desk build. So as if you followed my desk build, I'm building a desk out of wood to get a little bit more modularity, hide some cables and stuff like that from a metal frame. So yesterday, I went and I did some work on it, and I kind of have a design layout for how I want my PCBs. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it. Essentially, it's going to be a 2-board layout. I'm designing it to have extended ATX boards on either side of it, so that I can upgrade it if necessary later on. I do not have 2 motherboards. I will be trying to start a Patreon or something like that if you guys are interested in helping me out in excuse me, getting this out. If you guys are interested in helping me out, so because I own my own business, but I don't make a lot of money, I'm broke. So upgrading my computer or even buying a second motherboard and building a computer is going to be fucking hard for me. Excuse my language. Anyway, and also some of the stuff, it'll help me. I can buy like some more materials, wood, stuff like that. So I'm going to probably start up a Patreon account. I'll put up a video of that when I get that going. But for right now, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I did with the wood. So I have bed slats laying around. And by bed slats, we've had an old IKEA bed, and these are the slats. They had a fabric piece attached to them, so that it would roll up. And what I did is I took it apart, took the fabric off of it. So I have them laying around, and I was going to use them for wood pieces. And I wanted to build a tray. Well, instead of using a solid piece of wood, MDF, or whatever, I decided, well, I got these bed slats around. Let's just use those. And that's what I did. So the process of doing these bed slats right here is to first cut a channel in one of them, as you can see right there. And it's basically tongue and groove system. You can see that one right there is a little bit short. Let's see if I can't get you a better picture of it. You forgive me, I'm kind of working. Again, these videos are done on my phone. That's the other thing the Patreon account will help with. If you guys want to donate so I can get some better equipment and possibly do some better tutorials, that would be great. But anyway, what I was saying is it's a tongue and groove system. That one's a little short, but that's going to be okay because I'm going to do some fancy stuff to hide it. This whole thing right here is actually just so I can actually mount the motherboards, right? I still got to do pinouts on them. I'm probably going to cover that in a non-stick, so it's black because I like black. But anyway, as you can see right here, what I've done is I've essentially glued them down or glued them together. And the process that I do that by is it's a simple compression glue, kind of like they make a laminate or plywood or anything else. First thing you do is you rip the sides here, because if you notice, the sides here are rounded. So once you got your sides ripped, you take some PVA glue, wood glue, and you simply put them together, and then you force them together with a vise. When you're doing that, they're going to lift up a little bit and kind of create a little bit of a curve. To counter that, you use a block of wood and a couple more vices to hold it all down flat. Now, I do all that on my table saw, which is probably bad because I glue my table saw. I got to clean it up and stuff like that. But it comes out, it's fairly decent. And it'll work. Also, I did a little bit of shaping on the desk itself. My garage is a mess right now. I don't want to pull that out. But essentially, this piece right here is going to hold 2 motherboards. And then I got to cut holes for cabling and stuff like that. There will be a video on that. But we'll continue on with this. You can see I've got my vices on there. The 2 wood, no nails were used on this at all. It's all PVA wood glue and either flat face joinery or actual tongue and groove joinery. That's it. That's all I used. My tongue and grooves aren't the best. I'm still working on that. Joinery is not the best for me. I'm still working on that, but it's a learning experience, right? We don't have to be masters at our craft because we practice our craft. Anyway, if you're interested in woodwork, computers, or anything like that, throw me a like, subscribe, do whatever, share, get other people involved. Get other people involved. It's about 7 o'clock here. I got to get ready for work. Go install some satellite dishes. Unfortunately, because of the jobs that we have right now, I haven't been able to put any videos up on that. Some of the jobs we have are proprietary, and some of them are governmental work, so no videos, no photos, no nothing like that. A lot of the ones we've been doing are proprietary lately, so because of the company we're working for, I can't provide photos of that. But what I can do is provide photos of my woodwork. Another good thing, I've got about 4.5 minutes left. Another good thing here is I finished a couple more shelves. So I've decided to paint those more of a stone gray. And these shelves are very easy constructed. I use the wood spindle tops from Cables, as you can see right there, and 3/4 inch plywood. I cut it down to the shapes I want, or the size I want, and then I just sit there and use a sander to curve it out so that it all matches. Right now, you can see like each one has a little bit of a different curve to it and stuff like that. I think that's while it's not factory, and that's what I like about it. It shows that it's handmade. It shows that someone was doing their time in it. Right now, this is the new shelf, and mind the dust. You can see that the paint here has more of a factory sheen on it. The way I got that is I first applied 3 to 4 coats of paint normally, just like you would, just paintbrush, throw it on there, do a quick dry sand to get some of the heavy chunks out, throw another coat on there, let it all dry. And then what I do is I take a really fine grit, we're talking about like 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 on a sponge, and then I do what's called wet sanding. And what that does is that makes that paint nice and smooth. Now once you do that, you're not quite done yet, because you got to put probably about 2 to 3 more coats when you start that process. You wet sand it, you get it nice and smooth, where it feels like plastic or glass. I don't really want to say glass because it never feels like glass. Wood never feels like glass. But then you take and you use the same paint. You take just the tip, brush a little bit on there, dip your tip in water, keep brushing it out until it's even. Another wet sand, do that 3-4 times. It comes out nice and smooth. Now this technique is known by craftsmen. So people who do this constantly, and I found this on a YouTube channel. I can't remember where I found this at. Otherwise I'd give you guys a link, and I apologize for that. But there's plenty of craftsmen that are masters at their trade, unlike me. And they'd be happy to they're happy to share their secrets. So if you're interested in woodwork, just to let you know, I don't have a CNC machine. I have a hand router, a table saw, circular saw, a jigsaw, stuff like that. But I also have chisels and some other hand tools. So I don't have the best setup. I also, as you can see, I also work out of my garage in my yard when I have time. So you don't need a whole lot of area. Apartment might be a little bit hard. Anyway, I'm almost out of time here. I want to thank you for tuning in. Like I said, share, like, subscribe, get the word out, get more people to watch this. I'm going to continue showing you guys my wood building as I go, and we'll see if we can't get something set up to where I can actually show you some of the work in action. All right, Chief Gully out.